Hello, everybody who is out there. Who is there? Be careful, don't hit those things. Hello, everybody. Can you rep your city? Tell me where you are. Can you rep your city and tell me where you are? How are you guys doing, man? I've had a crazy week. Purim, where are you? Purim Saint, where are you? Mary Akenga, where are you? Please, everybody, tell me your city. Tell me your city. Let me know where you are. Da Steve, how are you? Nikki Pels. Guys, tell me where you are. John, love you too. Uzamaka, Miss Belly, sorry. Fabulous, CC, Abuja, Ella, Lagos, Queen Size, Lekki. All right. Mama K, how are you? Aduke, how are you? Wura Ibadan, how are you? Annie, JJJ Cyprus. How is that Cyprus? I heard they love Nigerians in Cyprus. Cyprus, you guys should invite me now. Let's see if we can do something. Zo, how are you, Jerry? Spedel Delta. Hello, Nairobi. Okay. Were you in my Nairobi meeting? Electric 01 Germany. Don't forget Electric 01. Have you sent me a message to connect with our Europe tour? Lolo Fechi Warsaw. Have you sent me a message for the Europe tour? All these people in Europe, please. Timilein, have you guys connected, registered for our Europe tour? Mr. Jomonde, you are in Europe now. Turkey is Europe. Have you guys registered? Ocho Okotie from Edmonton. Hope you are coming to Calgary for the meeting. The person in Edmonton, please send me a DM. Just send me a DM. I mention you in Edmonton, okay? Ochoko Okotie. All right. Abu Dhabi. Hey, I've not been to UAE in a bit. I miss that place. I like that place. London, France. Yes, Prince Will, official from France. Have you connected with the Europe team? Those of you in Europe, please go to the link in my link tree in my bio. You'll see Europe Love Force. Please join. We're planning to come to Europe, so we need everybody in Europe to plan and come together. If you can't join from the link tree, just send me a DM with your city in Europe and let me know. UK people, hope you guys are getting ready for us by the end of the year. Everybody tell me your city, please. Tell me your city. I can see a lot of UK. Don't forget that we are coming by the end of the year, October ending to November first week. And we will see you. Devin C. The Code, Richmond, Texas. Hope you've gotten your ticket for the US tour. All right. Yes, I'm seeing Maryland. So, hey, for those that don't know, I'm seeing Toronto. For those that don't know, I just got in from Kenya today. Somebody's asking when am I coming to Boston, Lowell. Is in August. Tickets are already out, so you should have got your ticket by now. New Jersey, tickets are out for New Jersey. Tickets are out for Boston, Lowell. All these tickets are out, guys. Go get your tickets. Toronto, Joy X. Hope you've gotten your ticket for Toronto. All right. So, I just got in from Kenya a few hours ago. Man, that trip was hectic. We were preaching morning, afternoon, night. Morning sessions in the church. Afternoon, we're either doing a radio interview or a TV interview. Then night again, we'll preach again. So it was crazy. But the love in Kenya was amazing. Such energy. Okay. And you know, we've done a lot of abroad, but we've not done so many things in Africa. It was nice seeing our African brothers, our Kenyan brothers. It was nice hooking up with them, brothers and sisters, you know, enjoying their company. We didn't have time to do anything. I'm an animal person, but I didn't have time to do any of the safaris. We didn't have time to enjoy their food. We were just either preaching or trying to catch our breath. Please, man, next year I'm not going to preach this much. I'm definitely not going to do this much. This year is just too busy. I barely live in Nigeria. This year. I always tell people that this year I'm just visiting Nigeria. I don't live in Nigeria because I got in today now. I'm going to preach our 3 or 4 services tomorrow at our church, GCC Lagos. We're starting a series titled Laws of prosperity. There's so much hustle in the atmosphere. I think we should bring in God's perspective. We'll do that. Then on Monday, I'm off to Canada. So, barely live in Nigeria this year. Barely live in Nigeria this year. So, watching from Switzerland, please send me Switzerland. Go to the link in my bio and join the Europe Love Force, or just send me a DM with your city and WhatsApp number. We're planning to come to Europe. So, for those that don't know, we're heading to our Canada tour is starting next week. It's already here, guys. I'm almost nervous. A bit nervous. I'm not nervous in Jesus' name. I should not even confess that kind of thing. But I'm excited. Let me say excited. Our Canada tour is starting this week. We're going to be in 7 cities in Canada. If you know anybody in Canada or you are in Canada, please go get your tickets. It's already here. Starting next week. We're starting from Surrey, British Columbia, and move from there. 7 cities: British Columbia, Ottawa, Toronto, Calgary, Winnipeg, Halifax, Regina. 7 major cities. Don't miss it, all right? Don't miss it for anything. Oh, I'm seeing Namibia, I'm seeing Cameroon. Yeah, so I'll visit you guys soon. Don't worry. We'll do as much as we can. Kachi, how are you? Oh, John Wayne from Germany. Have you joined the Europe link, the Europe team? Please, we need everybody in Europe. There seems to be a lot of you guys in Germany. All right. So please, we'd like to connect. Then those in Australia. Yes, Joe in Australia. Please also send me a message. We're also planning Australia tour. So we need everybody we know in Australia. So Joe, please send me a message that you are in Australia. This is your WhatsApp number and all that. Okay, Joe, please do that. Or Gideon, do we have link for Australia people yet?
Yes.
Oh, if Australia, can you just go to the link through my bio and join? Helsinki. The first time I heard Helsinki was in, what's that movie? What's that series? Money Heist. So I didn't know if people live in Helsinki. I don't know what I said. So I know it's part of Europe. So please join the Europe team. Let's start planning, okay? Regina is waiting for you. Tunde, yes, thank you, Tunde. Hope you bought your ticket, Tunde. I hope you are getting people to buy tickets. We would love to do that. Edosa, how are you, Jerry? Yeah, so somebody said, what do you think about a Christian man dating a Muslim? I and my pastor will answer that question when we start. We'll do some Q&A today once we start. Maachu Teresia, Stuttgart, Germany. Have you joined the German team? Dr. Tammy, how are you? Good to see you. All those in Europe, please go join the team. Let's make Europe happen. If you're anywhere in Europe outside of the UK, Brussels, I'm seeing a lot of Europe people. All right, please go out if you go join, or just send me a message if you can't join. Let's get this going, okay? Let's plan Europe. We really want to come. Sending love from Dublin. Yes. Ladi Vicky, you're sending me a flag. That looks like Sweden or Switzerland or Sweden. Look at Sweden. Please join the Europe team. Juliet Chukuma, where are you? Okay, so I'm going to bring up Rev as much as I can. The person I'm bringing up is my pastor for 20-something years. So I don't know how people change pastors. Some people change pastors every week, every month, every year. One of us is a new reigning person. They just change pastors. But I feel that relationship is such a deep relationship that you can't change it, just like marriage. It's a destiny molding relationship. So my pastor is my pastor for 20-something years, and it's been a great relationship. Yeah. And he's coming up, he just celebrated his 25th year wedding anniversary. And some of you think I teach relationship well. You need to understand that he taught me most of what I know. I learned a lot of what I teach from him. He's been doing it way longer than me, and I believe he does it way better than me. He has a lot of books. We're going to discuss one of his books today. It's titled How to Find and Keep True Love. We're going to discuss it today, and it's going to be fun. And don't forget, if you want to ask questions, use the Q&A icon. He's good with questions, all right? He's good with answering questions, so he's going to be able to answer some of our questions today. He just celebrated 25th year wedding anniversary. Such a big deal. So for those that don't know, we're in Canada this month, 7 cities. We're in America in August, 9 cities. Tickets are out for the both events. So please just go get the tickets. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste anybody's time. All right, let's go. So let me see if I can bring Rev on. So it's like that. It's like that. Vidi, how are you?
Hello, PK. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Hello, Rev. How are
Hello,
you, man? Good night.
Davida. Bless you. How you doing? Good to see you.
All right. All right. See you sometime. Lovely.
How was Kenya?
Rev, Kenya was great. Amazing
Beautiful.
energy. Lovely people. You know,
Beautiful.
it's good.
It's in one place. You notice a lot of their cars are painted white. And the weather is beautiful.
I thought they run everywhere. Oh. You know, they are runners. I didn't know that they would need cars. I thought they would just run to the next country. I was telling them that on the stage. They were laughing that everybody runs in. We just see them as runners.
They run. Oh, beautiful country, lovely people. Lovely
and the warmth was good. It was a good reception, and even though they drew everything we had, we were preaching morning, after night. We were preaching in the morning. We'll either be doing a radio interview or a TV interview, the night session again. So we're just either preaching or sleeping.
It was such a short trip, though.
Yeah. Yes. The trip was actually a miracle, because the day we were supposed to go, we bounced to the airport with confidence, not knowing that you actually need a visa already here before you go to Kenya. Because those days,
they kept on changing that. That was what it was like. Then they changed it to you can come in and get it at the point of arrival. Then they changed it back. If I'd known when you were with us last week, I would have told you you need to get a visa before you leave here.
We just carry our bags. So when we got to the airport, they were telling us, them they are not serious. They say, you're not going anywhere. So we had to change flights. Even lost money we used to do ticket, had to, rebook and different things. It was quite something. Thank God we were able to get it done in less than 24 hours. So we flew the next day, and we were able to catch our engagement. So we thank God. We thank God. We're back today. We're preaching tomorrow in church, and on Monday we're out to Canada again.
Yeah,
so I don't live in Nigeria.
I know. Yeah. That's a very interesting one. Welcome to my world.
I'm telling you, I don't know how you do it, Trev. You tell us how you do it.
Welcome to my world. We bless God.
All right. So for those watching, this is I know many of you already know him, but for those that don't, this is my pastor, Reverend Albert Femi Oduwole. He has been my pastor for over 23, 24, I think, or so years. So if you think I teach relationship well, then you need to hear it. You need to hear Rev has been teaching relationship before any of us came on the scene, and he's one of the people I totally, respect in this area, because he, it's not everybody that teaches this thing that teaches it well, but Rev is one of those people that teach it absolutely well with science following.
Science following indeed.
So Rev, you just did 25 years wedding anniversary. How does that feel? Tell us what that feels like.
Interestingly, Tiga and I, we were saying it didn't look like 25 years. We got married, we woke up, we slept, we woke up, we slept. It's 25 years. And that's a blessing, I think, because there are people that they've been married for 1 year and the 1 year look like 25 years.
5 years.
So we've been married for this long, and it looks as if the time just flew past. I think it's a good thing, 25 years. It's been a landmark for us. We decide to celebrate because many marriages don't get this far any longer.
Yes.
We want people to know that it is possible, absolutely possible, to celebrate 25 and still be in love, to enjoy and not endure your union for 25 years is possible.
Wow. And you guys released a book. For those that don't know, on their 25th anniversary, they released this book, How to Find and Keep True Love. It's such an amazing book, How to Find and Keep True Love. And I finished this book on the Kenya flight back to Lagos today.
Wow! So, that's huge.
And I've already stolen many messages I'm going to use, to either through messages or books. I mean, I've marked it, I've pinned everything I'm going to steal from the book. It was such a blessing. So for those that are watching, I have 50 copies of this book we're going to give out. I don't know when you have ideas of how people can comment. What's the best way I should do to give away? Should I give away for people abroad of Push Nigeria? But I have 50 copies I want to give away of this book. And for those that don't win the giveaway, please, it's available on Amazon, or you can send the DM to Rev's page. Somebody will attend to you there and help you get the book if you're in Nigeria. So it's such a good book. It's titled How to Find and Keep True Love. But Rev, before we go into some of the things in the book, which, in these 25 years, give us like 2 or 3 things that you learned or that are important lessons.
Yeah, important lessons I learned in 25 years. Number 1 is the fact that opposites can still make it work. You and I know TJ and I are absolutely opposite. I'm a morning person, she's a night person. I don't mind the light on when I sleep. She wants the light off when she sleeps. I eat my food very hot. I mean, so many differences, okay? And I discovered that I was very, very talkative, and the outgoing one, she was very, very quiet and reserved when we got married. But right now, it seems as if we have been able to blend into one another so much that the extrovert had become extrovert, introvert, and the introvert had become introvert, extrovert. So the first thing I learned is that opposites can make it work. Number 2, that the children grow so fast.
Wow.
And that is why if you have your kids now, give them all their attention, because you just wake up one day, they're adults, so they were growing up, you are telling them what to wear, not what to wear. They are telling us now what to wear and not what to wear. The kids grow very, very fast, and that is very, very amazing. Very, very amazing. Number 3 thing I learned is that you cannot invest where you do invest. You have to deliberately invest in your marriage. After Saturday that you were with us, on Sunday we were in church. On Monday we flew to Port Harcourt, did a meeting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we moved to another hotel just to hang out with one another. Okay? And we were here Thursday, we were here Friday, Saturday morning, we did a meeting, came back to the hotel. Tomorrow she has 2 meetings, I have one. The evening we fellowship together, then we go back home on Monday. So you have to be deliberate about that. And during the week, next week, we're going to US again to do a few meetings, but also to bond and rest. And that is very important. I remember around this time last year also, I was in Port Harcourt. I preached Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We flew to Lagos. We were in an hotel in Lagos Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I flew to London. She went back to Ibadan. I came back after 1 week to Lagos. I just barely spent a few hours in Lagos before I moved to Kigali, Rwanda. But when I came back from Rwanda, I begged her to meet me in Lagos for one night. Just one night. So it takes a lot of investment. So if you see a marriage that is working, there is a book I released on our 20th wedding anniversary called Marriage. I wrote it there that somebody said to me, I don't know why my marriage is not working. I said, because you are not working it. You know, because if you want your marriage to work, you have to work. If you want to harvest from your marriage, you have to deliberately, consciously invest in it.
Wow.
But the dividend is huge.
Okay, but Rev, in this 25 years, if you were going to tell us what is one or two of the challenges or the challenging parts of it in this 25 years?
Yeah, in these 25 years, a few challenges actually. Number one, the initial stage, like TJ said last week, we were growing family and ministry together. And we were building both on principles we have not tested before that we believe can work. That is why I didn't write books in the early days. I started writing book when we celebrated our 10th year, because from then I'm like, look, this is working now. I can beat my chest that this principle will work. Okay, so we're building ministry, we're building marriage at the same time. It was quite challenging doing both. As we were raising our natural children, we were raising spiritual children, and that is key. Okay, you want to know where to find the book? Send me a DM, follow me, Albert Oduwole, and send me a DM. They will reply you almost immediately. All right. So, yeah, so that's some of the challenges, the fact that we're building together. Number two, like I said, the fact that we were opposites that attracted one another, the law of magnetism, but we're able to handle that very, very well. Number three is managing time. The fact that I love to say that she put stability to my mobility. The fact that I'm always in anything moving, either a car, a plane, a train, is going to be moving for me to be in it. She wants to stay in one place, okay? But yeah, so what I've discovered is that situations come for you to find solution to them, okay? And we're still able to make that work. So those are some of the challenges we faced, and it's been very beautiful.
Okay. That is amazing. Before we go further, please, guys, don't forget, for anybody watching, we're in Canada. We're doing our Canada tour this month of May. We're in 7 cities, so we're definitely close to you somehow. Find your way to come to the nearest one near you if you're in Canada. If you have friends and family in Canada, please help me call them, help me inform them, let them come. It'll be worth it, you know. And it's not every year we'll do this tour, so don't miss us this season.
Yeah,
make sure you're there this month of May. Then we are in the United States in the month of August. All right, very important. Then we're in London, in the UK, Scotland, London, Birmingham, Manchester in late October and early November. Then we're also planning a Europe tour. So if you're anywhere in Europe, outside of the UK, anywhere in Europe, please send us a message or go to the link tree in my bio and just join the Love Force there so that we can start planning the Europe tour. If you're also in Australia, do the same thing, please. Either send me a message or go to you know, the link tree and join. Every time I go to a city, they like come out, somebody will come and say, Pastor, you're in my city. You just left today. I'm just leaving today. It's because you guys don't stay connected. When you stay connected, join our mailing list, join those teams. You will know whenever I'm coming to your city. All right? I'm in 9 cities in the United States. Tickets are already available for that. So please go buy it. Encourage somebody to buy it and show up. We're in 7 cities in Canada. No, I don't know how many people do those kind of things, all right, that go around like that. So take advantage of it. Yes. Encourage us. That will help us to do it, all right? And even if we don't come to your street, look for the nearest city that we're into and show up. Because there are people that want us to come to the exact street. But we were flying 2 days journey to get to Canada. You can fly 2 hours to get to the venue. All right, so this book, by the way, guys, this book is loaded. I feel there are too many titles in this one book, too many books inside this book. So it's just a bonus book. I mean, I've already stolen many things there. Let me read some of the let me read some of the titles. Listen, everybody. This book contains 5 kinds of people that should not marry. That's what we're going to discuss today. 10 reasons why you should marry. 10 love litmus test. 5 reasons why finding is difficult in this age. Finding love is difficult in this age. 10 things men in this generation really want in a woman. 10 things ladies in this generation really want in a man. 5 keys to finding true love. 10 practical places to find love in this age. 5 reasons why keeping love is difficult in this age. 10 reasons why marriages fail. Can you imagine? All this is in this one book. 10 constant activities to keep your marriage alive. 21 reasons why I chose my wife among many others. Lessons learned in 25 years of marriage with Reverend TJ. 9 tips to make long-distance relationship work. 7 negative effects of social media relationships. 20 questions for a marital turn around. All these things are inside this book. One book. So please go get the book. It's on Amazon, and you can also send a DM to Rev's page, and somebody will help you. If you're in Nigeria, somebody can help you get it. Okay, so Rev, we'll just touch little bits, because there's no way we can even handle any one of them.
Handle everything, yes. What I'm trying to do is, because I know that there are several people that are called to teach marriage, several people that are called to counsel marriage. So I'm writing books. If you see, mathematics is like that too. I'm writing books that they can pick and develop, that they can take. You know, I remember you said when you were going to start teaching on relationship, I remember you ordered for my tapes. Yeah. But unfortunately, it didn't arrive in time. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is that somebody can just pick the book, and over a period of 1 year, have enough resources from it to be able to train, to teach, to bless. So that's why it's so loaded, and I try to make sure I give the key points that they can develop and make a whole series out of.
It's working already, because I've already stolen some things from there, so it's working already. and what you said is so true. God also told me some time ago that what I'm writing is curriculum, so that I should also take my writing seriously. Yeah, that people will use it all over the world. So I totally relate. Yeah, very relate. So tell us about the intro. Chapter 1 of the book you talked about is not easy. Tell us a bit about that.
As I travel the world, you know, so we are celebrating 25 years anniversary. And as I travel the world, the young people come to me and they say, well, it's not easy now. Your days was easier to find true love. It's not easy now. We wish we are already married. It's not easy now. Unknown to them, married people are also telling me the same thing. It's not easy now to make marriage work. Wow. You people, when you started, so that got me thinking, as we're going to celebrate 25 years, that maybe I need to teach people how to find and how to keep in this stage. I understand something for real. The syllabus changed, and nobody told anybody. So a lot of people, they're still using their grandma's training to look for a man, their grandpa's training, and things change. And so everybody is shouting it's not easy. So what I'm trying to do is to write a book that makes it easy to find and makes it easy to keep, because it's still very possible and exciting to find, and still very possible and exciting to keep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. In chapter 2, you talk about 5 kinds of people that should not marry. Just help us mention 1 out of the 5. Okay. 5 kinds of people that should not marry.
Yeah, it's not me. Actually, it was Jesus that said that. In Matthew chapter 19, verse 11, when they asked Jesus about marriage, they said, can we divorce our wife for any and every reason? Jesus said something very, very interesting. He said, not everybody is matured enough to live a married life. Wow. That itself is very shocking. But he didn't say not everybody is matured enough to do wedding. Yes. He said not everybody is matured enough to live a married life. Anybody can do wedding. But to live a married life, Jesus said not everyone can do it. Then Jesus said it requires certain aptitude and grace. Then he also said again, marriage is not for everyone. So, and then in verse 12, he now talk about 3 more people. But in verse 11, he mentioned 2 kinds of people. Number 1, people that are not matured in aptitude. It takes understanding for marriage to work, not anointing. If you follow me on Instagram and you need to, I put something up just yesterday in which I said anointing does not make marriage work. Understanding does. Anointing does not make marriage work. Understanding does. It's not anointing that makes marriage work, because it was the Pharisees that asked Jesus, can we divorce our wife for any and every reason? And Jesus Christ said, no, you can't divorce your wife for any and every reason. And the disciples were the one that was annoyed. They said, objection, my Lord, we object to that. If that is the case of marriage, then it is better for us not to marry. In fact, they say it is neither profitable Amplified, not advisable for us to marry. So it shows that it is Pharisees that ask the question, but then it means the apostles were also having their problem in marriage, and nothing does not make it to understanding those. So Jesus said it requires certain matured aptitude and grace. I, as a person, I believe the aptitude is what we're giving you through books, through meetings like this. We're giving you aptitude, but there's also the grace dimension. That is why I recommend, no matter what, even if you've done court wedding as a Christian, go and do church wedding, because the court can give you everything, but they can't give you the grace. Get marital blessing. Get grace. So it takes maturity of grace and maturity of knowledge. But he said, if you don't have those two, don't worry. Don't marry.
There's one part I underlined in the book. For those that are watching, we're looking at Rev's book, How to Find and Keep True Love.
Wow.
It's a book he released in his 25th wedding anniversary just a few days ago. Amazing book. It's a curriculum, literally so many topics, so many things covered in this book. If you're abroad, you can get it on Amazon. If you're here in Nigeria, just send him a DM. Somebody will reach out to you and help you get the book. Very, very good book. I have 50 copies I want to give away. I need Gideon and the team to decide how we're going to give it away. Are we going to ship it to people abroad? Are we going to give it to people in Lagos? So you have 50 copies I'm going to give away. We'll tell you later what we'll do, how we'll give it away. But there's something online. And I read this book. I finished this book. It's easy to read. So the beautiful thing about a book by Rev and a relationship book is that it's interesting. It's not boring. There are not many books I can finish in one go. All right?
Good.
It's not something I can read easily. So there are certain books, there are certain styles of writing that I can, no matter how big the book is, it's so interesting and engaging. I finish it, on the city. So I finished this book in less than 2 or 3 hours on the flight from Nairobi down to Lagos today. That's when I finished this book. And I underlined, there's something I saw here I liked in this same chapter 1, and this same chapter on 5 kinds of people that can't marry. You said, I am yet to see anyone die from staying single. So, but we have witnessed many die in wrong marriages. Don't let anyone mature death.
It's true, Interestingly, when Jesus Christ said marriage is not for everyone, even me, I was shocked the first time I read that, because they made it look as if you've got to get married to have a fulfilled life. Marriage is good because Jesus Christ invariably said in that verse 12 that if you can grow into marriage, then do it. So it's something you grow into. It's not something you jump into. You grow into it. But we see several people that are single and they live. I've never seen anybody die because they are single. We've seen several people die because they got married and they didn't get the required qualification. They didn't grow into it. And that's a calamity.
We've not seen anybody die from being single.
Not at all.
We've not seen anybody die from being single, but we've seen people die because they married the wrong person.
The wrong person.
So this is important. That struck me. That struck me. We've seen nobody has died from singleness. No. But there are people that have died from marriage. We have those stories in Nigeria. We have those stories abroad. People that the only reason why they are dead today is because of who they married. So that is powerful. And in the book you mentioned a study that says that people start to find fulfillment in marriage around the 10th year. And that's also something very important. Because I've also shared that a lot of times, that because this person has not married before, usually the first few years, they're going to be fumbling and learning as they go. So Jeff, share a bit about that.
This is what I always tell people, okay? Like you said about mentoring, that is how it is with marriage. When you choose a mentor, be ready for it to be a long haul. When you said you want me to pastor you, what that says to me in my mind is, look, I will marry this guy, name his children, marry his children, okay? And that is what it should be. When you marry somebody, it should be for a long haul. So you should say to yourself, I'm getting married to this person. And you see, PM said something last Saturday that I've started saying, the vow of marriage, we shouldn't change it in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, till death. It's a commitment like that. It's not just a contract, it's a covenant. So many a times, okay, I was talking about the fact that opposites attract. I wrote a book, I Love My Spouse, But. The essence of the book, I Love My Spouse, But, is that there is nobody that marries somebody. They will tell you, I've had that for over 30 years. You know, I love my husband, but I love my wife, but there will always be a but. But sometimes the but is about the fact that we are two extremes that got married. A lot of people get to a point, they say, I can't deal. I can't cope. I'm walking away. What they don't know is that the blessing is just on the other side of that frustration. Just get through it and you'll be better for it. I was an extrovert, extreme extrovert, married an extreme introvert. And it wasn't easy initially, okay? I mean, when we were dating, we will enter into a cab. She will tell me not to talk because I'll be disturbing other passengers. That's an insult on my personality. I pay for myself, I pay for my personality. What do you mean? You see? But over years, by the 10th year, we started discovering something. Some of our differences change. Some we exchange. That is a surprising one. Some we exchange. She started becoming more outgoing. I started being able. So at the end of the day, both of us are more balanced now because we were able to wait the long haul. Most marriages break in the first 5 to 10 years, but most marriage get sweeter by the 10th year. So a lot of people, they quit before the sweetness starts. So if your life is not being created, endure it. You come to the point in which, and you know, by the time you are the first 10 years, you are also raising kids, the pressure is there, you are trying financially. In the book Matrimony, my book Matrimony, I said there are 3 phases of matrimony. There is not enough, then you move to just enough, then you move to more than enough. So the pressures, you are just 2 different people that are never live with one person at a long. When you are in school, you change your roommate every year. Now you've had the same roommate for about 10 years. Then finances, you are struggling with that. The children are here, you are struggling with that. All that together can make it very turbulent. But by the 10th year, things start to ease out and get sweeter.
That's powerful. That's powerful. For those watching, if you have questions, please use the question icon. I'll be able to get ready to answer a few. We might not be able to answer all the questions. We'll just pick some few and answer them. And please don't hesitate to seek for counsel. There are many good marriage coaches out there. If you want to book counseling session, even we do that also. We have a team of people. Rev also has a team of people who could counsel you and all that. So please don't be shy to seek professional help, to seek counseling, even if it's a paid service. Please don't be afraid to do that. Invest in yourself. It's your own happiness and your own well-being. You know, you can't be so selfish that you can't invest in yourself. You cannot. Nobody's that selfish and nobody's that broke. So, Rev, chapter 3, you talked about 10 reasons why you should marry, because there are a lot of people that are actually afraid of marriage. Those of us in the field, we always meet people like that, you know, because there are so many people that want to marry. You'll be surprised when you meet those few people. There are those people that are afraid of marriage. They don't want to marry. Some of them say, what's even the game? So you listed 10 things, but just pick 1 or 2 that you really, really like. And tell us about the 10 reasons why you should marry.
Let me start by saying it's very interesting that it was Jesus that gave the 5 reasons why people should not marry. But when he was rounding up, he said, but if you can grow into marriage, do it. Surprisingly, Paul himself also said to us, Paul said, look, I wish you could be like me. He said, it's just simpler and easier. It's a simpler lifestyle. Of course, you can relocate without consulting anybody. You can get home at any time. You can do several things you want to do without having to take permission. So he said it's a simpler lifestyle. I wish everybody could be like me. But then after that, Paul himself now said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9, he said, but look, let me tell you the truth. If you can get married, get married. He says it's better for you to marry than to burn with passion. That is Paul himself. So all of those of them have to come to a conclusion that marriage is still better. Okay, so my own favorite of one of the reasons was because it was surprising to me that research proves that married people live longer. It's so surprising. proven with statistics that once you are married, your longevity is more assured. Wow. I said, this is interesting. And they said the reason is not far-fetched. Number one, they said when somebody is sick and is on the hospital bed, sometimes it's not the severity of the disease that means they die or live. It's the fact that they have somebody to live for.
Yeah.
They have children to consider. They have a wife to consider. They have a spouse to consider. That gives them the impetus to say, I'm not dying here. Okay? Yeah. Another thing is that they said when you are married, you automatically have an accountability partner. And all of us married people know that. You shouldn't be drinking that, One guy came to me, said they had a problem we lost with a lady. He needs me to pray for him. I said, look, I can pray for you, but there's something will work faster. Let's call your wife and tell her. So if I tell your wife you are lusting after that girl in church, your wife will make sure that the lust disappear. So, I mean, So, number 3 that I will give is lifelong companionship. You see, living in Nigeria, PK, people don't understand loneliness.
Yes.
But I've lived briefly abroad, and I saw that, wow, loneliness indeed is a killer.
Yeah.
And the older you grow, the kids are on their own. Yes. Everybody, your neighbor don't know your name and they don't care. One lady in UK, PK, had died for 7 years before they knew.
Wow.
She had money in her account. Her payment was automated. She put her TV on. The TV had been on for 8 years. Her bills were getting paid. Nobody to check on her. When you are married, you have a lifelong companionship. That itself is worth what marriage is. I've seen people that lost their spouse early. And they said to me that maybe the marriage was quite some disagreement, but you rather have the other spouse alive disagreeing than him dying now. So those are the things that makes it very, very interesting. Let me give one more. Interesting is that married people seem to live a happier life. This is study from 2010 through 2018. They show that married people are much more happier than single people. So by all means, there are 10 reasons why I think you should get married, and it's in the book.
Yes, and you even added one that I think these young people will like. You added that more married people have more sexual fulfillment than single people.
Yes, it's interesting. Number 1 is that, in fact, it's been discovered statistically that even virgins enjoy sex more than people that have been promiscuous. What they made us feel is that if you have been promiscuous, you know how to have sex very well. But that you know how to have sex very well doesn't mean you know how to have sex with this person. So when you are a virgin that got married, this is the first person you are getting married to. You never had any other experience. However it comes, you are excited. But if you have been with Tola, Tolu, Tundun, you are comparing this girl with all of them and his problem. Then when you are married, number 1, the satisfaction and fulfillment of, you are not afraid that anybody will know because you have a certificate for it. Okay. Then you have, even they said not only the quality, the quantity of sex with married people is more. Because all the arrangement of, is it my place or your place? Should I come or you come? All that is not there. So it makes the sex more fulfilling when you are married. And statistics have proven that. So we're not just even talking Bible here, we're talking statistics here.
Okay. Next chapter, you talked about 10 litmus tests for true love. Just give us only one because of time.
Okay. So the thing is the fact that, unfortunately, when we are talking about love, there is no actual litmus test. So a lot of people don't understand how to know if they love somebody or somebody loves them. I wrote in one of my books about a guy that went to pastor and said, Pastor, I'm in love with her. Pastor, I'm in love with her. Pastor, how do you know you are in love with her? He said, Pastor, I know because when I'm with her, I can't breathe. Pastor said, that's asthma. That's no love. Go and see a doctor. All right. So one of which is that if it's true love, the person will be mindful of you. forget it. He's too busy. That's why he does not reply text. It's not true love. The reason why the same guy that is too busy for you is not too busy to watch us now. Play.
Yeah.
That's how you know. If somebody loves you, their mind will be full of you. They remember you. They remember your birthday. There are some things that you will know that this guy's mind is full of me, and it makes all the difference.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Awesome. 10 things men of this generation want. Again, you can just pick one.
Yes. So the truth of the matter is that men in this generation are not their fathers. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, what your mom taught you about men, just be able to cook and lie down while he sleeps on top of you, that has changed. That has changed. So these men in this generation, they want something different from what your daddy wanted. And I'm going to mention one. They want independent and secure partners. Unfortunately, the older generation raised daughters that will be dependent on their man, absolutely. But this generation of men, they want ladies that could be independent and ladies that could also be secure and connect with them on an emotional level in a great way. That is actually a big deal for men in this generation.
Wow. Wow. Before you talk about what women in generation want, now please take note, guys. He listed 10 things men in this generation want.
Yeah.
He's just mentioning one. He also listed 10 things women of this generation want. Yeah. We're just picking one each. But this is the full book, How to Find and Keep True Love. All right. It's available on Amazon. And you can also get it here in Nigeria. But just send a message to Rev's page and you'll get it. All right. Please, on Amazon, so for those abroad, please. Get this book. I finished it in one sitting on my flight from Kenya to Nigeria. It was very, very good. So, Rev, tell us one thing women of the generation want.
Communication about everything and about nothing. Point number 9, communication. Why now explain that it's about everything and about nothing. They want to talk to you about weak. They want to talk to you about, a woman told the husband and said, can you imagine the girl in the next house, she's pregnant. The guy said, did they tell you I'm the one responsible? The lady said, no, I'm just telling you. For her, it's a kiss she had bottled up, waiting for you to come home. When you come home, she wants to. So women in this generation, they want to be able to communicate with you. They want to be able to communicate with you about everything and about nothing. They want to have a talk that's serious, or they want to have a gist that is not serious. And you need to understand that for your marriage to work, you must not only be a husband, you must be a gist partner.
Yes. Wow. Amazing. We'll still look at one or two things in the book, but I want us to also take a few questions from the question icon. But please, those that are here, please don't forget, Pastor Mildred and I will be in Canada this week. We're going to fly out on Monday. Our tour in 7 cities of Canada starts this weekend, please. If you're anywhere in Canada, look up for the one nearest to you, get your tickets and come around. If you're in the United States of America, we're in 9 cities in the United States of America. Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Boston, Ohio, 9 cities. So please make sure you look for the nearest one, near you and show up. Then we're in the UK by October, November. So please, guys, it'll be awesome to see you. Tickets are out for all these events. Just go to the link in my bio or go to ldmwithpktour.com. All right, you'll be able to get the tickets and let's meet there. So let's take a few questions from the audience. Okay, Rev, I don't know if you can see this question. It said, what do you do when a man wants you independent but with limited growth?
Yeah, when a man wants independent with limited growth, many a times, like PK had said also once, that life is about negotiation. If a man wants to limit you and you agree, the man is even shocked, So you need to be sure of what you want to do. let your growth be clear. If a man sees you on the road to growth, he won't limit you. Especially because it's to his benefit if you grow very well. I tell people, I said, I'm excited about, the Bible talks about Deborah. She was a judge, she was a prophetess, but at the end of everything, she was the wife of Lapidot. I mean, who does not want that? I want them to introduce her. This is a prophetess judge. She's my wife, man. After all is said and done, she's coming home. We had the ministers' conference in Port Harcourt this morning. Reverend TJ tore the roof, okay? And everybody was clapping. But I was saying, after all this, she's following me to my hotel room. So, yeah. So you need to understand that let your goals be clear and let it be part of the discussion before you even get married at all.
Very good. And when you see those signs, if it's not, if you can't handle it, you better run away, because you don't just need someone. Yes, you don't need someone that would allow you fly. You need someone that will help you fly. You need someone that believes in you, and even pushes you to be better. All right, very important. Elizabeth is asking, where is the tour in California? Just go to the link in my bio, or go to www.ldmwithpktour.com, or even just go to my page here. One of the pinned posts is about the American tour. All right. Lois is asking, when am I coming to France? We're putting together a Europe team. So if you're anywhere in Europe, go to the link tree in my bio again. You'll see Europe Love Force. Please click and join, or just send me a DM with your details so that we can add you. Then we can start planning the Europe tour. So it's you guys that will tell me when I'm coming to France. It's you guys that will determine that. Okay. So we'll look forward to that. Okay. Let me see another question. Oh, okay. Rev, I don't know if you can see this one.
Which one is that? You can read it for me, please.
What do you think, What do you think a Christian dating a Muslim?
It's a lot of problem, okay? Because your spiritual life should be a vital part of your life. And when you are marrying somebody that your spiritual life is at parallel, that will eventually be a lot of problem. Number one, how do you even raise your kids? Number two, and the Bible is even clear about it. The Bible says, don't be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. So many a times people say they can make it work. The guy himself says, don't worry, I won't disturb you, until his family starts to put a lot of pressure on him. I have so many people we're counseling now that are going through a tough time because they married somebody of the opposite religion, and that was not an issue then, but it's a major issue now. So I'll say to you, for me, it's a no-no.
Okay. Somebody's asking, what do you do when you make yourself available and all that, but you're not finding, the kind of man that you want? Sometimes it has to do with where you're looking. In this book, I mentioned 10 places where you can find true love. The truth of the matter is that God gives the bird food, but does not drop it in their nest. So it's not enough for you to make yourself available. Number one, read the chapter on 10 things men really want, because sometimes what you are putting out is not what they are looking for. I don't know if you get that. Where the problem is, what you are putting out is not what they're looking for. That's number one. Number two is where you are. You see, you need to be in the place where you can be found. And I gave 10 different places where you can find now, and it's still happening everywhere. All right. So it's in this book, guys. Get the book. Get the book. He talked about 10 places you can find, true love. Very, very good book. This book has everything. Too many things. I've copied many things I'm going to use here. All right. Okay. Somebody again has asked that Muslim question. I've answered that. I've been dating a woman, good woman, for over 4 years now. I sincerely feel she doesn't love me like I do, and I want to end it all. She's a good person, but seems definitely not good for me. Do you think it's the right decision?
Well, I'll still advise you to go and read 10 love litmus tests. That is how you know if somebody really loves you or you love somebody. And there are several things you will use to know. One of them, like I said, is this person mindful of me? Number two, does this person find forgiveness easy? Because many a times what some people call love is emotions. Okay? The person might not be mushy emotional, But there are so many things that you need to look at that will make you to know that this person really loves me. So before you take that drastic decision, 4 years of investment is a lot. But then if you feel she does not love you, then you can walk away. But be sure that that is the scenario. It's not you that is making a mistake. So go, I mean, if you want to know how to get a book, like PK said, go to my DM. Somebody will answer you and tell you where to get it. On Amazon, wherever you are in Nigeria, they can get it across to you, and Canada, and even the USA, they can let you know how to have it. And it's on Amazon, both Kindle and hard copy.
Okay. Rev, this question says, how do I get over trust issues from a previous bad relationship with men?
It's very, very important. So it's not do you get over trust issues, that you need to heal before you deal.
Yeah. Yes.
You need to heal before you deal. If you don't heal before you deal, you make Peter suffer for the offense of Paul. It's Peter that mess up. It's Paul that will pay for it. So you need to heal. Now, there is something very interesting in Romans 5:17. The Bible says, by one man offense, that's how death came. But by one man act of righteousness, that's how life came. So one man breaks your heart, God is going to send somebody else to mend it. But make sure you heal before you deal. That is the case there. Now, trust is not about you trust, it's about what you trust. Okay? So if I try to sit on the chair fell me down. The chair is not, chairs are not the problem. It is the chair I sat on that is the problem. So if you have dealt with 3, 4, 5 people and they keep on betraying you, then you need to check yourself, because you are the only constant factor in the 4 or 5 relationships. So it is not the trust that is the problem. It is the people you have been trusting, and that is where the thing is. I have another book that will help you, Surviving Betrayal. It's a very good book, How to Survive Betrayal.
Yeah. Wow, wow. Okay, this question says, please, sir, how do you handle a man that has refused to communicate? He feels there's no need to communicate.
That man does not love you. Men communicate. I mean, so, a lady told me, said, well, I know the guy likes me, but he's shy. That is why he's not talking to me. I say, no, he bought a car, he rented a house, he applied for a job, he went for an interview. He's not shy. He's not into you. Simple. So forget it. Not all men are talkatives, but all men communicate. Have you seen him? You see, the word communication is from the Latin word communis. Communi means in common. In common. If you find out what he wants to talk about, he will talk. Men communicate if they find something in common to communicate about.
Perfect, perfect. All right, guys. So please don't forget, this is the book, How to Find and Keep True Love. There are too many things in it. There's no way we can go into all of it. There's no way we can go into all of it. And by the way, tomorrow again, I have on that IG Live tomorrow. It's titled, Should I Find Love Before I Relocate? Should I find love before I relocate?
DK, that is a very important one. I have a chapter in this book when I talk about one of the major reasons why marriage is difficult in this generation is the migration issue. And I said, before you even start talking, define vision. Are you a Jasper or a Joku?
Joku. It's in this book, guys. It's here.
Yeah, it's in that book. Are you a Jasper or a Joku? Because there are some people that want to Jasper. You need to clarify that. Then, if one of you has to Jasper, I wrote here 9 ways to make long distance relationship work. Yeah. 9. Because I had experienced it. I had to stay away from the country for 14 good months. And yet, that is when I discover it's not distance that destroys relationship, it's silence. It's not distance that destroys relationship, it's silence. So the IG Live tomorrow is very important because it is very, very important. And listen to me, you are in Canada, you are in US. One of the places to find your partner is in meetings like these, because people that will come have the same value. They are listening to the same person. You can automatically almost predict their values, and you can know their inclination. So you are believing God for who to marry. This kind of a meeting, you say it's far from me, 2 hours. It's not far. You travel 6 hours to go and renew your passport in Nigerian embassy in Ottawa. You can do this. Don't miss those meetings in Canada and the US. You need to be there.
Interestingly, our last 2 meetings in the UK, people have met there that have gotten married and all that. So I want to challenge you. People somehow meet, in our meetings.
Papa, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Welcome back from Kenya. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Been listening. Beautiful. I just said I can't let my daddy go without saying good night.
Yes, good night, man. Love you, babe. Have a wonderful trip to Canada. We'll connect somehow. These days we connect anywhere. So we find a way to connect, either in Canada or US.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Bless you. Good night.
So for those here, please don't miss tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about should I find love via Japan? Because some people believe it's more difficult to find someone when you have left Nigeria. Some people feel it's better to get that sort of aspect of your life sorted before you travel. We're going to discuss that with one lady that also deals with people relocating and helping people settle in Canada and other countries. So she'll be a good person to resource us in that area. And it's such a big deal. And Rev talked about long distance relationship in this book, like I said, 9 ways to strengthen long distance relationship. Look, this book is just too loaded. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Everybody go order it. Send a DM to Rev's page. If you don't follow him already, please quickly follow him. And don't forget, we're in Canada, starting from this coming week, 7 cities. We're in the United States in August, 9 cities. We're in the UK, 4 cities, Scotland, Birmingham, Manchester, London, by the end of the year. Then we're applying a Europe tour. If you're anywhere in Europe, please send us a message or go to the link tree in my bio and join our Europe Love Force so that we'll plan what cities will be in Europe. If you're in Australia, the same thing. Send us a message. We're planning to come to Australia. All right? There's so many things that we'll have to handle, but I don't want this live to be too long so that people that watch later can also be able to watch it. But this question here says, would you go to hell if you have multiple wives?
You'll experience hell on earth first if you have multiple wives. The truth of the matter is that no man has more capacity for one. Monogamy is not only the plan and the purpose of God. It has been proven that statistically that marriage is sweeter when you are monogamous. So to even start with, I believe the only reason why you go to hell if you don't accept Jesus. Okay? But I believe you can experience heaven or hell on earth. And I believe if you have multiple wives, that is one of the problems. There will be fight between the two of them. You will definitely have to love one more than the other. And I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of mess and it's not worth it.
Yeah, for those that are interested, I have a YouTube video that I actually taught on that, both biblically and otherwise. So if you are on YouTube, you can get that. If you don't follow, Rev has a YouTube channel, so please go follow it. Yeah. You can access it through his Instagram page.
So many messages on there. Go follow me on YouTube,
please. And we have loads of YouTube channels. I have my own Kingsley Okonkwo. Pastor Mildred has her own Mildred Kingsley Okonkwo. Then we have LDM with PK YouTube channel. Loads of good content. Then we have question and answer with PK and PM. That is a Q&A channel. Short and sharp questions. Then we have Kingsley Okonkwo clips, short clips on YouTube. Then we have wholesome sexuality. That one deals with sex. So both for married and single people. So please go and subscribe to all these channels, like and follow and share and all those other things. All our books are on Amazon from wherever you're watching. Please, all our books on Amazon. They'll be a blessing to you. They'll be such a blessing to you. Please go get them on Amazon and all that. So Rev, help me invite people for our tours. They're watching from everywhere. Please invite them.
The good thing is that nobody has an excuse. The weather is going to be fantastic. We're talking about May. We're talking about, perfect weather. You've got to be there. Like I said earlier on, you're going to most likely find somebody that is of equal value, that is ready to sacrifice and believes in relationship in those places. Now, let me talk particularly to men and married men and women. Please buy tickets for your spouse. You see, when both of you hear the same thing at the same time, the impact is more. In my meetings, I notice that when a man is sitting beside his wife, I say something, they look at one another, they laugh, the message is already passed through. It is when your spouse is not there, you are thinking, how do I communicate this to my partner? So get your partner in. If he says, well, I can't afford the ticket, you buy the ticket. You see, men, ladies love surprises. And this is one of the best surprises you can give them. So buy the ticket, make sure you go there. You're going to have loads of fun. I promise you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, hey, guys, you've heard it. I don't want this video to be too long. We've already done about an hour or close to an hour. I want people to watch it later because it's so loaded. But everything Rev has been sharing today is from his new book.
Yeah.
They just celebrated 25th year wedding anniversary. We need to see more marriages succeeding because this generation, all they hear is social celebrity marriages that are failing. We need to see marriages that are being celebrated, that are working. All right. So this book, How to Find and Keep Love, is just one of Rev's many books. Rev has a lot of books. Once you click his page, you'll see all those things there in the link. And please take advantage of it. And to be a blessing. Follow, subscribe, and share. Everything from his page also is a great, great blessing. Rev, thank you for coming this night.
Thank you. Anytime, anytime. Well, I'll make sure we connect either in the US or in the or in Canada. We walk around there. Bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Everybody that joined, help me show appreciation to Rev for sharing loads of stuff. We couldn't go into everything. Show appreciation this evening. Show appreciation to Rev for turning out tonight and blessing us. Tomorrow we'll be here with a lady called Marina. We're talking about, should I find love before I relocate? Very important situation, because a lot of people are in those situations now. They've relocated and they are trying to find love. Or should I find it first before I relocate? It's a good thing. We'll discuss it tomorrow, and it will be a blessing. Make sure you tell someone about it. So, hey, see you guys in Canada, in the United States, in the UK, in Australia, in Europe, wherever you are. We're trying as much as we can. All right? So, God bless you, everybody. Thank you, Rev. Thank you, sir.
You. Bless you. Bye.
All right, Miss Alamo, how are you? How are you, everybody? See you guys in Canada. See you in the United States. Please, everybody, pressure your people to go and buy tickets. So if you have friends and family in Canada, I know you have already. So please let them know. Talk to them. Let them all get their tickets. Looking forward to those meetings. All right, Europe people, please go to the link in bio. Join Europe first. Want to come to Europe? Australia people do the same thing. Want to come to Australia, and all that. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. See you. If you're in Lagos, join us in church tomorrow. I'm preaching about the laws of prosperity. Hustling will not be your portion. In Jesus' name, you will not hustle. You will learn how to prosper. God's way. All right. God bless you. See you guys.